Hello and welcome to Mana Wars. We're here at Pat's Games in Austin, Texas, where tonight Aryeh is bringing his own version of the Izzet Phoenix deck against my mono blue beatdown tempo Merfolk Wizard Curiosity deck. Who's gonna win? Watch the episode and find out.
To keep up to date with everything at Night to the Game Table, all you have to do is click subscribe and then hit that tiny little notification button next to it, so every time we upload a new video, YouTube will be sure to let you know.
While you're watching, don't forget, you can win a standard legal booster box of your choice every month. All you have to do is share this video and then comment so that we know you've done it. You can pick anything from standard, like Liz Jackson, who decided to take a Guilds of Ravnica box home with her. While you're taking care of that, I'm going to go get sleeved up.
So today I'm playing an Izzet Drake deck. It's similar to the deck that I played last week. The main difference is that this deck plays 4 Goblin Electromancer and 4 copies of Lava Coil, so it's a lot more controlling of a build. 80 or 90% of the deck is the same, but it cuts like some of the 1-mana draw spells like Crash Through, kind of takes those away and replaces them with more removal spells. I have found this version to be a little bit better against decks like Mono Red and against some of the like Angel decks that go a little bit bigger. It just helps to have a little bit more removal in the main deck. It does make you a turn or two slower sometimes with comboing out with Arclight Phoenix, but I think that that trade-off is worth it. So I'm excited to see how this deck fares against Mono Blue.
I am playing a Mono Blue Curiosity deck. It's like a we need tempo Mono Blue deck built around using Curious Obsession to enchant my creatures and enable me to draw extra cards. I pulled out a Siren Stormtamer here, an example of one of the early drops I'm looking to get the beat down with, and also a Wizard's Retort, because I've got a number of counter spells in here to back up my card draw beat down plan.
Alright, let's see what I can do with 6 cards here.
That's luck this time.
This time I like it with Scry. Yeah, we'll keep that. I'm going to play a tapped Steam Vents. Go ahead.
Okie doke. I am going to play a Siren Stormtamer.
You can feel a curiosity coming on. This one and this guy.
Oof.
Go ahead.
He's really good. He is something I don't want you to have.
He's really good on turn 2. He's not the best top deck later, but I mean, any kind of cost reduction in Magic I feel like is great. Yep.
Attack for 1.
I'll be a 19.
First blood. And your turn.
Oh, great. Now he just has a million counter spells.
I also have a board disadvantage. I can't afford to sit here for 10 turns. I will be dead.
I'm going to attempt to play an Enigma Drake, which is an 0-4 right now.
An Enigma Drake, which is just an 0-4 right now.
Yep.
I feel like I probably better count.
Alright, I'll attack you for 2.
18.
Alright, go ahead. Yeah, I felt the counterspell coming on, but I feel that maybe resolving some of my card draw might be more important. But then again, who knows? I mean, you have curiosities. Okay.
Oh.
Yep.
I will put that to the bottom.
Alright. From my perspective, I'm just happy you're not drawing cards right now. I guess you kind of are with Op, but it's a lot better than if that were curiosity.
Attack for 1.
Yep, I will be at 18.
And it's your turn.
Yeah, just all the counter spells today, huh? That's how we're doing it. I'm gonna play a Chart of Course.
I guess I will counter that.
Alright. Get out of here, Chart. I'll play an Enigma Drake. Attack you for 1. He's a 1-4.
Okay. Attack for 2, right?
That. I'm sorry, attack for 2, yes.
Yep,
Thank you. Attack for 2 with that guy. This guy's a 1-4. Go ahead. It's an age-old battle of 1-1 against 1-4.
It's not a great battle for the long time. It's quite difficult for me to do very much. I'm going to make a Storm Tamer and pass the turn.
Alright. I'm going to opt.
Okie doke.
Put that on the bottom. And go ahead.
Okay then.
Oh, It's like a curiosity deck, right? I mean, what am I going to do?
I'm going to chart a course.
Yeah, that's good.
30 cards, and I'll ditch an island. Your turn!
Oh no!
There's just not a lot going on here.
Oh no. I don't think that's quite what you were going for there. Alright, how aggressive do I want to try to be? I really want to be overly aggressive, but... Alright, I'll attack you with Electro.
Interesting. So in the modern era, if I block, you choose which creature's going to receive damage first, right?
Correct, yeah, I get to order the blockers.
Blocking.
Yes, I get to order the blockers, if that indeed is the case.
So I'm going to double block here.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to shock one of your guys.
I will dive down. Protect that guy.
Cards in hand, 3.
3.
And we're really going to get after it here. If that's the case, I'll try to shock the other guy.
I'll see if I can dive down the other guy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got it. You got all the dives and the Electro. Okay. This guy's up to a 4 now. Alright, go ahead.
Okay.
Well, at least I got a lot of dive downs out of your hand.
You dealt with the dive downs, they're out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm still not able to do anything, it's your
Oh
turn.
no. I think you need a Djinn or something is what you need.
Yeah, I need something.
Yeah. I'm going to attempt to chart a course.
I guess I'll counter that.
Okay. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything around here. You have 1 card.
1 card. Your Drake is getting huge.
Go ahead.
So.
Yeah, the Drake is Drake's pretty big.
Huge. Opt.
Okay. I mean, I feel like if you get the big guy, I'm in some amount of trouble.
I'm going to keep that.
All right.
And I'm going to make the big guy.
Yeah, that guy's a problem. Okay, that guy's also very big.
Over to you.
Could notate that guy too. He's a 5/4. So everyone's got a 5/4 now. I'll play a land. Go.
This is not how either of us expected this to go.
Yeah, I was not quite expecting this either.
I thought one of us was going to get bum rush. This is crazy.
No blocks. Go to 13.
Okay. Over to you.
Oh wow. How many dive downs can one man have? I'm gonna opt.
Okay.
Bottom. Alright. Okay. Kinda like that. We'll play an Arclight Phoenix.
Okay. Yep, that is an Arclight Phoenix.
Go. It's pretty funny, but it's like, I know you have ways to tap my guys and ways to sort of tempo me out, so I just want to wait until like a longer game here.
Let's send in the gym.
Alright, I'm gonna double block that guy. And actually this guy is 3, this guy's at 6. I'm actually gonna double block that guy.
Okay.
Try to play around some dive downs.
Let's kill off the Drake then.
Alright. Get the guy out of here.
And I'll have a Warkite Marauder.
Alright, that's problematic.
Your turn.
Uh-oh. That guy having an ability is very awkward. I'm going to attempt to play a Crackling Drake. Which is like the other Drake, but I draw a card.
Yep. Seems pretty good.
Going to play a land. And so this Drake is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, same as the other guy. So he's going to be a 6 and go. Yeah, this game really gets bogged down sometimes.
Oof.
But that guy's frustrating. That guy's tough to deal with. You have the blue mirror, right? Kind of tough.
Over to you.
Yeah. Nobody can do anything.
Nope.
Welcome to the blue mirror. I'm gonna play Electro. And go. Not the most exciting, but what are you going to do? It's the blue mirror. We both have a bunch of stuff, and you know, it's just the way it is sometimes. All right, now we're going to get real aggressive here. I'm going to attack you with Goblin Electromancer.
I'm going to take it on 14.
All right, I'll try to play another one.
Okay.
Oh, the beatdown of the goblins. Go ahead. Not exactly. I just need a goblin king now, and I'd be there.
Okay, I'm gonna attack with the Marauder, and I'm gonna
make
turn
this guy a no-one.
Turn it into a frog or whatever it does.
Okay. I'll block with Arclight.
Okay. I am going to dive down on mine.
Yep. I had a feeling.
On my guy. Over to you.
Yeah, see, from my perspective, I'm just trying to get some of these cards out of your hand, you know? I just don't really want you to have those cards. Okay. I'm going to start here with a Discovery.
What does this do?
Surveil 2 draw.
Okay.
That's good. I'm going to go Graveyard here, and I'll draw this card. I'm going to chart a course, or attempt to.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, I will update this Drake in just a second. Sure. That Drake's larger than he seems. I'm going to discard Tormenting Voice. So this Drake is now, we're in a different realm here of Drake. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is a 9. 9 power Drake now. And then I will see what's the best way of doing this. I'm still at 13, you're at 14, is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
I will attempt to shock that guy.
Oh, sacrifice the Stormtamer to
Counter it. I'll go to my combat step and I'll return the Phoenix.
Yep.
And I'll attack you with all these guys.
Well, now we've hit a point where I just don't have very much. So the Stormtamer is going to have to jump in front of the Drake to stop me getting murdered. But I take 7 still. Puts me at 7.
Actually, I have this guy as a 10 now after the shock. Take 7. Get this guy out of here. And go ahead. Yeah, these games kind of can bog down, but I think the longer it goes, it's just better for me.
Yeah, I am just out of things. I'm going to get run over next turn. So good game.
Good game. Yeah, Spell Pierce not the best in this particular instance. Okay, so post-board in this matchup, I'm setting out Tormenting Voice, because Tormenting Voice, as opposed to Charter Course, Tormenting Voice, discarding the card is part of the cost of actually casting the spell. So if the spell were to say, like, get Spell Pierced, I'm just down a card, which is very, very challenging to come back from. So against any other blue deck or any deck that has, you know, blue mana, I always have to side out Tormenting Voice, which I'm going to do here. I'm also just going to side out a little more of the card draw, just because I think this particular matchup, as we saw in Game 1, I want to go a little bit bigger. I want the game to go long, because his cards like Spell Pierce, you know, Merfolk Trickster, like these kind of cards just aren't that good in the late game. They're more like tempo cards to get him ahead early. So I want to basically force him to get to a long game where I just have a two-color deck. I have more powerful cards. I have more answers. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. So I'm going to side out some of that card selection, and I'm going to bring in sort of my big package here, where I have the biggest Izzet creature of all, Niv Mizzet. I have some Ral Izzet Viceroy, which it can get Spell Pierced, which would be awkward, but if I ever get to stick Ral, I feel like my chances of winning are really high, because Ral can even usually just destroy his best creature immediately, and then after that can give me some card advantage. If he has a slower start like he did last game, I can start plussing Ral, which is going to be really challenging for his deck to handle. Outside of that, I'm just bringing in a couple other just small cards that might be helpful. Spell Pierce is just a way to interact in those counter wars like we saw we had in Game 1. And Entrancing Melody, because he has some very cheap creatures that cost 1 and 2 mana, and Entrancing Melody actually punishes him for putting Curious Obsession on his creature, because then I get his creature, which is not great for him. So we're going to see how it goes. I'm excited to see how it all pans out.
Okay, so I'm bringing in 4 exclusion mages to help me with the early tempo battle, and if I'm in a position where I'm up against something larger later on, then I can just knock it out the way, push on through. I'm bringing in an extra Warkite Marauder, and I'm also bringing in a single entrancing melody on the opportunistic chance to nab something. Taking out a little of my counter magic. I'm taking out the Spell Pierces and the Essence Scatter. Kind of similar reasoning to Aryeh, I think. I'm looking to be better if things go on a little bit further, because I feel if I get my good turn 1, turn 2, I'm looking pretty good anyway. There was a single sleep in this deck that I don't think is that great against Aryeh. I'd much rather have an Exclusion Mage, I think. And I've taken out a couple of Merfolk Tricksters just because I'm bringing so many other creatures. I don't think I need them. I think Exclusion Mage does the same thing better in this matchup. Okay, I will play first.
Alright.
And I will keep my hand.
I will also keep.
Okay. Start out with a Stormtamer.
Alright. Go ahead. Bet that's the land you want to see the most, right? Island.
Yes,
Mountain
indeed.
would be worse.
Okay, let's go straight for the Curious Obsession.
Yep, you got it.
In for 2.
Yep, that will take me down to 18. And you
draw
draw a card.
Okay, this is the kind of life I want.
Yeah, I think this is more what your deck's trying to do.
Oh yeah. Over to you.
End of turn, I'm going to opt.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep that card. Alright. See how this goes. See how many I'm going to pay there. So that's going to take me down to 16. Let's see how many dive diamonds you have this time. Hopefully not as many as last time. Alright, I'll attempt to Lava Coil your guy.
Okay.
It's 4 damage.
So I will take the dive down.
Yep. Here we go. This is where I get into trouble. This is why I was trying to bait out those dive downs last game. Go ahead. Yeah, it's very awkward.
In for another 2.
Yep, that'll take me down to 14.
Draw a card. And over to you.
Oh wow. That I did not expect. Let's see, this gets pretty interesting at this point. How do I want to proceed? So I have like a ton of options. This was fun about these kind of decks. You can do so many different things. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to start with Charter Course.
Okay. Charter Course is good.
Oh no, I'm not drawing any of my Drakes. I'm going to discard Radical Idea. And go.
I will opt.
I'm going to respond to that.
Ooh.
I'm going to try to shock your guy.
I have a retort.
Oof, yeah.
Wizardly retort.
Yep. You got it.
Resolve my opt. I will go for that.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, I may as well do it in response to the opt, right?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to a better window. Unless I do something like mind-numbingly bad.
Well, yeah, 12. Well, I mean, because if you opt into like a counterspell and I didn't shock before, it's like a pretty bad feeling.
And another Stormtamer.
Another one. Okay.
And over to you.
All right. How many counterspells does this guy have? That's the game we're playing here. I will attempt to play Crackling Drake.
Crackling Drake is good.
Oh wow. Did not expect that. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4. He's a 5/4. And go ahead. Oh wow. Oh, he's getting bounced, isn't he?
He is getting bounced.
I'm thinking, oh yeah, this is pretty good, because I'm thinking you would have the tap guy, but you have the bounce guy. Yeah.
Mage him away.
Yeah.
In with these guys.
So I take 3 total, I go down to 9.
And back over to you, Areyh.
Alright, we might be getting into a small amount of trouble here. The good news is you're not actually like completely getting me. The bad news is that I'm falling behind. I am going to go ahead and maybe just replay the Crackling Drake. Draw a card.
It's a good card advantage for you.
Well,
you
yeah.
You live to capitalize on it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's a good card advantage if I'm not dead, which I very well might be.
Always the problem with the card advantage game, right?
It's true.
Okay. I'm going to play Chart Course.
Yep.
Ooh. I actually could discard a Tempest Gem.
Wow. That is not good sign for me at all. Oh no.
And I'm going to play a Tempest Gem.
Yeah. That one I saw coming.
Then I'm going to pass it over to you.
Okay. I'm going to opt. I'm going to keep that. I'll draw that. And then we'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's a 5. Draw for turn. Alright, so I think this is the turn where hopefully things are going to go well for me. Let's start by attempting to Beacon Bolt this Djinn for a lot.
What does this do?
It's a damage for the number of spells I have, which is currently many.
I will...
Sack the Stormtamer? Yeah. Had a feeling. Alright. Well, if that's the case, I'm going to pay a very scary 2 to go down to 7. And I will play another Drake. And I'll update these guys who are very large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're 7s. Go ahead. Yeah, these games get really interesting post-board. Yeah. Djinn City. They're 7s, so we need like bigger dice or something. Yeah. These guys get...
These dice are no longer adequate.
We have a lot of we both have creatures that like don't cost a lot of mana, but just get extremely large.
Over to you.
Yeah, draw. I'm trying to think of the best way of doing this. Let's start with another Drake.
Okay. 136.
Yeah, he's actually 7. They're all 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I just got a bunch of 7 power guys. Go ahead. Kind of funny. It's like you like both have like 30 power, but like nobody can really attack.
Yeah, back to you.
All right, I'm gonna attempt to shock that guy.
Yep, he is going to die.
All right. Let's see what we have here. That's pretty good. Okay, I'll play the Perun itself, the the leader of all of the Izzet, Niv-Mizzet.
He is in.
Yeah, so that guy's Niv-Mizzet, very large. My creature's very large, but I'm at 7, so I still can't attack. Go ahead.
Yeah. You guys are 8 power now, I think?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, sorry. Let's update those guys. Yeah, it gets a little bit tricky to track, right? It's like a lot of stuff. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, unfortunately,
yeah, Niv-Mizzet's
not a huge amount I can do right now. So back to you.
Okay. Whenever I draw a card, I get to deal damage to something. So I'm gonna make that Exclusion Mage. I'm gonna play an Electromancer.
He's good.
I'm gonna attempt to Lava Coil one of the Djinns and trigger Niv-Mizzet.
Okay. I'm going to dive down.
Okay, so that Jin is dived, but I still draw a card from Niv Mizzet. And then I'll deal the other damage to the guy. Exactly. You have how many cards?
3.
3 cards. 3 magical cards. That guy's been dived this turn. I'm gonna go land and attempt to Entrancing Melody the other Jin, triggering Niv Mizzet.
Definitely gonna dive down.
Okay, fair enough. All the dives. All right, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw a card from this, and I'll deal the one to you.
Okay. 19.
And you have a lot of diving going on. Go ahead.
So did we play a...
Yeah, and anyone does. If you do it, I get it too. Oh, I should get it from the dive downs. Oh, it's okay. I missed my trigger off of your dive down, but it's okay. Sorry. Too much Magic Arena.
All those self-resolving triggers.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, back to you.
We'll get the next one. All right. Draw, deal 1 to a Jin. Gonna Radical Idea trigger.
Okay.
So I get 1. I'm gonna deal it to the Jin. Then I'm gonna draw a card, deal another one to the Jin.
Yep.
So he's got 3. I'm going to Radical Idea, pitching Mountain, trigger, draw.
I'd say, are there targets?
Yeah, this guy has 3 damage marked on it now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So you draw is good.
So I'll draw, and then with that draw, I'll try to deal the 4th one to this guy.
Okay, I'll try and dive down.
In response, I'm going to opt, trigger both of these.
Yeah.
So, what's going to happen is I'm going to draw 2. I'm going to deal another one to the Jin
Yep.
before the dive down resolves. I'm drawing from the opt and the other one from casting them. From your dive down and my opt, I'll draw 2 from Niv Mizzet, and then I'll resolve the opt. So I draw those 2, deal 2 here, resolve the opt.
Yep.
Top. Draw that one. Another one here. This is where it gets a little out of hand. Niv Mizzet's quite a magic card. This one, trigger.
Yep.
Yeah, draw from that. 1 damage. Yeah. Draw 2 to you.
Sure, 17. At this point, I feel like you've
discard
got lethal
this.
damage on the table, at least. These have all got to be
let's go
10,
ahead and
right?
let's just put
take
more.
about 40.
I think it's actually more.
Okay, well played, Aryeh.
Yeah.
Okay, so even when things went according to the plan, things did not go according to the plan. I think this deck is possibly a little on the underpowered side. I definitely made what was in retrospect a mistake. I had the draw 2 cards, discard if you have an attacked card, and I could have played that a turn earlier and taken a whole 2 cards off of it. Doing so would have meant I would only been able to counter 1 thing the next turn. So I decided to leave 2 counters open instead of drawing 2 cards then. And then on the subsequent turn, I ended up playing it to draw 2, discard 1, and found myself with a dive down and 2 Jins in my hand. 3 Jins in my hand? So I discarded one of the Jins. If I had been a bit less greedy with the counter magic, then I'd have had an extra Jin, which would have put me in a better stead against Aryeh as the game went on. As it happened, I really needed to find one more way of getting past a creature or one more threat, and I just drew 3 dive downs in a row in that second game, which was not what I wanted at all, and eventually Niv Mizzet won out. But Areyh's deck definitely has, what's the word?
Inevitability?
Yeah, that's the one. Inevitability. Areyh's deck has inevitability in this matchup. You know, if it goes on forever, Aryeh is just going to win. And that is what happened.
Well, I did miss a trigger off of a dive down, for which I apologize. But outside of that, I was able to catch him with Niv Mizzet. But Niv Mizzet's just such a powerful card. When you're able to land that card, in any kind of control, mirror, anything where there's islands on the other side, it's almost just lights out. if they can't deal with it right away, it's just over. I mean, the card, between the drawing, between the damage, it's just too much. And I was able to set up a board state where I was able to play it very easily. I know it seemed a little strange if you watch the game where I have like 10 power creatures that I'm not attacking with, but it's just because I know that if the longer the game goes, the better it is for me. So there's just no reason to attack when I can wait and just kind of attack for a lot in one turn, which I believe at the end was about 50 damage. So yeah, it went pretty much according to plan, you know, the way it worked out. And I do love this deck. I think it's really, really good. I'm interested to see if it's going to continue doing well in tournaments, because I think it's just a lot of fun to play.
Well, there you have it. Even when things are going well for that Curiosity deck, it's not quite up to the power levels of the Izzet monstrosity, and it looked like Aryeh was having so much fun casting all those spells and even activating Niv Mizzet in the end. I was quite jealous. Come join us on our Facebook group, Game Talk for Gamers, and let us know what you'd like to see on future episodes of Manor Wars. And we'll catch you next time on Knights at the Game Table.